What's up? It's your boy Brian Ash, aka the Handsome Fister. How are you guys doing today? So today I'm talking about something very, very like personal to me. It's been like 90% of my adult life. So I've traveled for work 90% of my adult life, probably since I was like 22 until 36. Now I'm almost 39. I'm back out on the road again. That's just how it goes. And here's the thing, right? Like, a lot of people struggle with being gone, but here's the thing. Most people at home think that when we're on the road, it's just like some big fucking party and we're doing dumb shit and countless shit. Like, bro, I sit in a hotel room from like 6:30 p.m. until I pass out at like midnight, and then I get up 4 hours later and do it all over again. Like, it's not like a party like that. It's not like, you're working, 10, 12, 13, 16 hours a day. It's not like a party. So like, we got to deal with the pressure from home because everybody thinks that, we don't care, or, we forgot about what's going on at home and shit like that. No, that's not how it is. Like, the only reason why we do this is to make everybody's life back at home easier. I know it doesn't at times, especially when there's small children involved or kids involved, period, because both parents make it a lot easier. Like, I totally understand that and I get it. But when I'm on the road, I make twice the amount of money that I do when I'm at home. Now, granted, the money's not everything, but when you have the ability to do whatever you want to do, whenever you need to do it, like, for instance, the last 3 years, like, I haven't been able to do much. For like Christmases were small, birthdays were small. Like, I didn't do like big things because there was, no resources involved to do it. And that actually hurt me more than when, I blew out and gave, well, I balled out, right? But at the same time, like, my kids probably miss me like I miss them, but they don't understand that I miss them just as much as they miss me, and it's probably just as hard for me as it was for them. They might not see it because being a man, I was conditioned and raised to not show like emotion and not be like, like I just did what I had to do to, pay the bills, basically. So in order for me to do that and be successful, this is what I had to do. Now, is it for everybody? No, this kind of lifestyle is not for everybody, because looking at four walls every day, there's been days where it was maddening to me, where I got so deep into my head and so depressed because like I was alone, like I was lonely, and nobody ever came and visited me until now, like right now. Like, I've never had, my ex-wife came to a road trip with me one time, and I worked, I don't know, probably 46 hours that weekend, and she's like, never again. And she never came again. And I'm like, look, I don't always work like this, but it's not always a party either, right? Like, she always thought it was a party because she heard rumors about what other people did on the road. And I'm like, look, like, I'm the supervisor. Like, it's a lot different for me. Like, I'm the first one in, last one to leave every day, because that's what supervisors do. And, like, for instance, when I was in Belvedere, Illinois, Rockford, just outside of Rockford, Illinois, at Chrysler, right? Like, production started at 5 a.m. We were expected to be there at 5 a.m. And then we had a 5:30 meeting. And then our night shift started at 6:30 p.m. So then I had to stay to make sure I lined them up. And then I had to make sure I did all my paperwork and everything that I had to do. So chances are, like, I never got out of work until like 8 p.m. So I was working 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Sunday for 4 weeks straight. And then I'd have 2 or 3 days off, and then I'd go back and do it again. So it's not like a party. It's not what people think it is. And it's very lonely and very depressing. Very depressing. Like, there's days where, like, if I didn't have my PlayStation and I could talk to my boys, like, if I didn't have that shit, like, I could see where people become not themselves. Like I've seen grown men who like drink themselves stupid, A. B, they spend all the extra money that they would have made at the bar doing dumb shit because they're lonely. It's not because it's a party, it's because they need to escape the hotel room. Living in a hotel is not easy. It might seem like fun because you have all the channels, HBO, bullshit like that, free internet, free breakfast in the morning, but this life sucks for the most part. I personally enjoy it because I personally enjoy the benefits that comes with it. I get to see, I've seen every major city basically in the United States, and I got paid to do it. And then every once in a while, you get thrown a bone and work a half day and be able to go sightseeing and see some shit. Like I've seen all of Chicago, I've seen all of Kansas City, Missouri, I've seen all of Louisville, Kentucky, Boston. I mean, the list goes on and on of the great things that I've seen because of this business. But it was not like, it wasn't always like that. Like I spent 3 years in Mexico. I had one day in Mexico to go deep sea fishing. And that's only because my boy Leon told work that he wasn't going to come back unless he could take me and Jordan deep sea fishing. And they agreed, which was dope. The bad thing is like we saw dolphins instead of sharks. I wanted to see sharks. It's a whole different story, whole different video. So life on the road is not easy for anybody. And I see a lot of people struggle with it. And I just want you guys to know, like, look, just sit back and think you are doing the best thing you can for your family right now. And it's not permanent. Like for 99% of you guys, it's not a permanent thing on the road. Like it is for me. I'm a site supervisor. My job is to go site to site to site to site to site to install equipment. With you guys, you might be gone for like 3 or 4 months, then you're home for like 6 to 8 months, and then you're gone for 3 or 4, and in the road, sometimes 6, and the rotation goes on and on. Like, I don't get that. Like, I don't have that rotation. But I made a point to not think about the things I was missing out on at home, right? Like, it sounds bad, but if I always thought about the things that I was missing out on, like I wouldn't have been successful as I was. So I had to do what I had to do, like mentally, to not think about it. But it was very lonely. It's been a very lonely ride. My life's been very lonely and very sad, I guess. But I mean, my kids were taken care of. They had everything they ever needed, wanted for the most part, and you know, I gave away a bunch of money to ex-wives, and they like that. So, I mean, paying mortgages and shit is kind of fun, even though you're not living there. But, you know, it just is what it is. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoy it still. And I went back to it. Like, I was home for like 2.5, almost 3 years. And I realized that being home every day, if you have a family, is awesome. But like, I don't have a family living at home. So for me, it was like, I do. My oldest daughter's living with me now, but she's going to be going away to school in like 3 or 4 months. So, I mean, like, I'm going to be back to me in a 4-bedroom house by myself. What the fuck? Like, that kind of sucks. But I have like I said in a video earlier this week, like, I have so many good people in my life now that, like, I don't think I'll ever feel lonely again when I'm on the road. And that's such an amazing and invigorating feeling. You have no clue. So my suggestion would be is make sure you communicate to whoever when you're feeling like that, unlike I did, because I didn't want to burden anybody with my shit because I knew they were going through it because I wasn't there. And it was almost like fuck Brian at that point. But that's just how my life has always kind of been. But yet again, that's another video. So anyway, that's all I got for the day, man. Like, it's hard working on the road. It's not an easy thing, and it's not made for everybody. Everyone's not built for this. So on that, it's your boy Brian Ash, aka The Handsome Fish. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.